Hi, my name is John Ferguson. I am blind, I have heart conditions, and I have seizures. That is my service animal, who is trained for all of my disabilities. I live in Dayton, Ohio, 937 Ethel Avenue, apartment F. I've been in a VA homeless shelter where I was made homeless because somebody feared my service animal and they were an employee. They threw me out under EEOC. Then they put me in another homeless shelter on 1356 West Grand Avenue in Dayton, Ohio, where they threw me out on the 27th or 28th of December in the middle of the night because I couldn't pick up a piece of dirt because I'm blind. And they said they didn't have to take that anymore. And they talked to a Senate aide named Rachel Miller out of the Cincinnati, Ohio office, which this federal employee cussed out, and his name is Omar Varese. Miss Miller called me back and said, John, you're homeless. I'm sorry. And this has been going on for years for me. This same person has filled out applications, leases for me, then called these people back and tell them I'm not disabled and I get paid by Social Security for having these disabilities. Then they tell the public that I am crazy and I have bipolar. But my doctors in the civilian world, away from the VA, tells me my blood and everything does not show nothing of the such. I was presently beaten unconscious and mauled by many people and their dogs. That was Friday, September 12th. Yesterday, September 20th, an ex-tenant that lived in my building that now I live all alone in, that has been written up for being a fire and health hazard and everything else, I'm still forced to live here by they showed up, threatened us, revved up their motorcycle. We called the police. They show up, same thing as in the past. From all the box, rocks, and sticks and everything else they use on us, nobody gets arrested. Police reply, go back to the VA, no freedom, go through the same abuse. Uh, you know, unless a criminal gives me their identification, there's no arrest. Or I can get a protection order that I've already had and was denied by the Dayton Police Department for enforcement. So either way, I lose. It's open season on disabled people in this community. We can walk down a road, people start distracting my service animal, who has to pay attention to oh so much, and when you distract him, I fall in holes, and people think that's funny. Or they throw rocks and bricks and threaten our lives. They've even had wireless networks in my neighborhood that AT&T and Time Warner looked for. Number one network was Black Hawk Kill Service Animal. Network number two, Black Hawk Hurt Blind Service Veteran. Number three, Big Black One Kill Service Animal. Big Black One happens to be my landowner's license plates. Black Hawk happens to be somebody on a motorcycle in a game. My landowner has also talked to the same VA person, Omar Reese. I reach out to a charity, St. Vincent de Paul, and I'm threatened 3 times by a certain individual that I have to prove my disabilities or I will get nothing. They even had a local church said, we'll open our checkbook and love if you prove your disabilities or else. And I can't do that. They're all against federal law. I have been on TV multiple times. I've even been in the paper about abuse of power. And people don't know when to leave us alone. We even go down to the grocery store or try, and people have their regular dogs in there, which is a health code violation. They'll smoke in there. They'll tie the dogs outside on the main door to the entrance of this store on Germantown across from DeSoto Bass Apartments, where it blocks our access. Now, I have the right to freedom. I have the right to be disabled without judgment. My service animal is for my heart. That means life and death. That's the Bill of Rights. That's a God given right. But this is the reason why, and many more, when our soldiers come back, they commit suicide. Some of us are strong because the last appointment I had at the Veterans Hospital here in Dayton, I was threatened that they have cares and concerns that I tell people I'm a veteran or I'm disabled or disabled veteran. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. I've been threatened. I don't have the right unless he says so to love, life, religion, or anything. I say, is that justice? I don't have family because they abused me as a child in another state. I am mentally very strong. I love my God. I love my country. I took an oath, like everyone. And because I refuse to take their pills, they have denied treatment of my seizures. They do not send me medication. I don't even have a nurse or nurse assistant. They paid a nurse assistant that moved me here that is friends with my landlord. He raped me twice, and I even got in trouble, threatened. My service animal threatened to be killed and everything because of that. But yet he was convicted for 3 rapes. His name was Marcus Fox. So I say, what is the correlation? What do I have to do to get justice, to be able to live? Life's painful enough living with these disabilities. People tell I reached out to the county VA here in Montgomery County. They tell me I have to learn to read, which I cannot. I was legally blind because of a stroke. I went totally blind because almost 3 years ago, this coming Christmas Eve, Claypool Apartments, also where the VA and Deaf Association put me, I was tripped and or pushed down a pair of stairwell where I sustained a severe concussion that totally took my eyesight away. That's why I'm totally blind. You call this justice? This is the real reason, and many more, why our soldiers, male or female, that serve this great nation commit suicide, and nobody really listens to them. They don't need a pill. They just need their money, and they need someone to hug them, not attack them. This is why they commit suicide. But I can't do that because of my religious faith, because I don't want to condemn my own soul. And they're beating and battering me, even knocking me unconscious in my own front door. And I get no justice. Make up your own mind, America. Is this what our country's supposed to be? Thank you and have a good day.